The night after a hard day. It was a cold night, not freezing, but cold enough that the window felt cool from far away. Outside, the street was wet from old rain. Not fresh rain, rain that had already passed. The city looked tired. A few lights were still on in the building across the street. A taxi moved slowly under the yellow lamps. Somewhere far away, a door closed. Then everything became quiet again. Inside the room, a man was laying in bed with his eyes open. He had turned off the light a long time ago. He had put his phone away. He had even closed his eyes many times and tried to sleep. But sleep did not come. His body was tired. His back hurt a little. His head felt heavy. But the real pain was not in his body. It was in his chest. Because all day he had carried something home with him. His boss had spoken to him badly in front of other people. Not once, more than once. The words were not loud now. The office was gone. The people were gone. The day was over. But somehow these words were still there, still sitting inside him, still alive. He turned his face toward the wall. He told himself not to think about it, not to think about it. But that is the strange thing about pain. The more you tell it to be quiet, the more it sits beside you. He pulled the blanket a little higher. His room was clean, simple. A chair with clothes on it, a half-empty glass of water, a small lamp on the table, a book he had not opened in days. Everything was normal, but he did not feel normal. He felt small, and he hated that, because he was not weak. He knew he was not weak. He worked hard. He was kind. He tried not to hurt people. He did his best. And still, one bad voice from one bad moment had followed him into the night. He looked at the ceiling. There are some nights when a person does not need noise. They do not need answer. They do not need a lesson. They only need someone to sit beside them and understand the pain correctly. He did not know it yet, but tonight he would not be alone. A few minutes later, there was a soft sound near the door. Not a knock, more like the feeling that someone gentle had arrived. The room did not change fast. Nothing magical happened all at once. It was more like warmth entering slowly. A softer feeling in the dark. a quieter kind of quiet. Then she was there. She came in a way beautiful thing sometimes come into a sad night. Without noise, without showing off, without asking to be noticed. She only brought herself, and that was enough. She wore a long soft sweater, the color of white. She had not come to impress anyone, only to stay, only to care. She sat on the edge of the bed beside him, not too close at first, just close enough that he could feel that he was no longer alone in the room. He turned his head a little and looked at her. He was not surprised, not really. People are not always surprised when the heart receives something it has been quietly asking for. She looked at him with those deep, calm eyes, and when she spoke, her voice was low and warm. "You are still carrying it?" He looked at her for a second, then gave the smallest smile. "Yeah." She leaned one hand on the blanket between them. "I know." That was all she said at first. Not "what happened," not "tell me everything," not "don't be sad," only "I know. I know. میتونم. And that made something inside him soften. Because sometimes the best words are the ones that do not force pain to explain itself. He looked away from her and back to the ceiling. "He talked to me like I was nothing." She did not answer fast. She let the sentence stay in the room. Then she said softly, "The heart's in a deep place." He laughed a little through his noise. Not because it was funny, because she was right. Yes. Her hand moved a little closer, not touching him yet, only near. "Some people don't know how much damage they do with one cold voice." He had told himself all evening not to be dramatic, not to care too much, not to feel it like this. But now she was sitting there and saying it the right way. And suddenly he did not want to pretend anymore. "He said it in front of everyone." She nodded once. "That part stayed with you? Really?" He closed his eyes for a moment. "Yes." She looked at him, then at the dark window. The city outside was still there, but smaller now, far away. "Do you want me to tell you something?" He opened his eyes again. "Yeah." She smiled softly. The kind of smile that does not fix pain, but make it easier to carry. A person can speak to you from their own ugliness. That does not make you ugly. He started at her. The room stayed quiet. Then he let out a slow breath. He had not known that sentence was waiting for him. She moved her hand then and very gently touched his hair once, only once. A soft pass of fingers, not too much, just enough. "You came home with his voice in your head," she said. So tonight, I'm going to stay here until your own voice comes back. He turned his face toward her fully now. There was something in the way she sat there, something more than kindness. It was almost like she belonged to the night, like some people belong to morning, and some to the sea, and some to the songs. She belongs to these hours, to tired rooms, to open hearts, to the soft place between heart and sleep. She looked at the book on the table, then back at him. I read something today, she said, and then on the way here, I thought about you. He smiled faintly. You thought about me? Her smile deepened. Of course. He did not answer that, not because he had nothing to say, because the truth was, if she kept speaking to him like that, his heart would start asking for more than sleep. She saw something in his face and lowered her voice even more. Do you want the story? He nodded. She shifted a little on the bed and tucked one leg under herself, making herself more comfortable, more settled, as if she was really going to stay. Then she began. Once there was a boy who grew up near a tailor shop. Every day he passed that shop and saw a man working with clothes. The tailor was not rich, not famous, not powerful, but he worked with care, very quiet care. He touched clothes the way some people touch flowers, like it mattered. The man listened. Her storytelling voice was different from her normal one. Still soft, still simple, slower. One day, when the boy was older, he asked the tailor something. He said, how do you stay so calm when people are rude to you? And the tailor smiled and said, because I know what my hand make. They only know how their mouths sound. The man on the bed looked at her. She let the line sit in the air. Then very softly, you know what your hands make too. Yes? He said nothing, but his eyes changed. She went on. The boy never forgot that. Years later, when life became hard and people spoke to him in ways that broke his heart, he remembered the old tailor, not because the memory removed the pain, but because it reminded him that ugly voices are not the truth. They are only noise coming from people who have forgotten how to be beautiful. The man in bed gave a small laugh. That's a little harsh. She smiled. Maybe, but sometimes the truth comes dressed like that. He looked at her hand, still resting near him on the blanket. He wanted to put his own hand over it. He wanted to hold it there, but he did not. Instead, he asked, did you really read that today? She looked at him with playful softness. Maybe I remembered it for you today. He smiled properly this time. A tired smile, but real. And that was enough for her. She reached for the glass of water, handed it to him, and waited while he drank. Then she took it back and set it down. Her fingers brushed his lightly. Such a small touch. Still, he felt it in his chest. She leaned back a little and looked at him. Do you want me to tell you what I think? He nodded. I think the worst part is not what he said. He frowned slightly. No. She shook her head. The worst part is that a part of you believe it for a few minutes. He looked away because again she was right. Part of him had believed it, not forever, not fully, but enough to hurt. She watched him quietly, then touched his arm over the blanket. That part is tired now, she said. Let me talk to that part. She was still sitting beside him. The room was quiet, the city far away, and the night had become softer than before. Her hand was still resting gently on his arm, not heavy, not holding, just there. ببین من اینجام. لازم نیست قوی باشی امشب. من کنارتم. He closed his eyes for a moment, not to sleep yet, just to feel that he was not alone. There are moments in life when pain does not need solutions. It only needs presence. And she knew that. She leaned a little closer, not too much, just enough that her voice felt warmer. Tell me something, she said softly. When he talked to you like that, what did you feel first? He took a slow breath. Small. She nodded slowly, like she already knew. Yes, she whispered. That's the word. That's the word. There was not judgment in her voice, not correction, not fixing, just understanding. She looked at the window for a second, then back at him. She said, you know, people who make others feel small usually feel very small inside. He let out a quiet breath. Maybe. She smiled softly. Not maybe. Then after a short pause, But tonight is not about him. Her fingers moved gently through his hair, slow, soft. Tonight is about you. دل تو مهمه. دلت عزیزم، نه حرف اون آدم. There was something about hearing it like that, in her voice, in this quiet, that made it feel real. Not like advice, not like something from a book, something alive. She leaned back a little and looked at him. Do you want another story? He nodded. She smiled again, a little warmer this time. Okay. She adjusted herself on the bed, pulled the blanket a little closer to him and began. There was once a man who worked very hard. Her voice changed again, softer, slower. Every day he tried to be everything right. Like me? He said quietly. She looked at him, then smiled. Yes, a little like you. He smiled faintly. She continued. He woke up early. He stayed late. He helped people. He didn't complain. Her voice dropped lower. But still, no one really saw him. The room stayed quiet. She said, and one day, someone spoke to him in a way that broke his heart. He opened his eyes slightly. That's exactly what happened. She nodded. I know. Then she went on. That night, he went home just like you. Tired, quiet, and carrying words he didn't deserve. Her finger moved again in his hair, slow, steady. He tried to forget it, but he couldn't. She paused, then whispered. So he sat alone and waited. The man in bed spoke softly. For what? She smiled. For someone who could see him correctly. یکی که واقعیتش رو ببینه. یکی که واقعیت اونو ببینه. He didn't answer because something inside him felt like lying deeply. She continued. And that night, her voice became almost a whisper. Someone came. He looked at her. She looked back. They both knew, but she didn't say it. She just kept telling the story. She didn't come to fix him. She didn't come to change the world. She just came. Her hand rested fully now on his head, soft, warm. And she stayed مثل من الان کنار تو. He smiled with his eyes closed. Yeah. The room felt even softer now, the night deeper. She lowered his voice more. And slowly, he started to feel different. Not because the pain was gone, but because he was not alone with it anymore. That changed everything. وقتی تو تنها نیستی، دردت هم آرومتر میشه. باور کن. His breathing slowed. His body softened into the bed. But it was lighter now because someone was holding the space with him. Not fixing, not pushing, just being there. She looked at him quietly, then asked softly, Are you still thinking about him? She shook his head slightly. No. She smiled. Good. Now your mind is coming back to you. ببین داری آروم به خودت برمیگردی. خیلی برات خوشحالم. برگرد به خودت. باش کنار خودت. تو عزیزی. She adjusted the blanket again, carefully, like someone who truly cares. You don't have to carry today anymore. It's over. It's over. He nodded slightly, his eyes fully closed now. She kept speaking, but slower, softer, like her voice was guiding him somewhere gentle. The room had become very quiet now, not empty, not cold, quiet in a warm way, like everything inside it. It was time to rest. He was no longer thinking about the office, not about his boss, not about those words. They were still somewhere far away, but they were not sitting inside his chest anymore. Because something else was there now. Her voice, her presence, her gentle hand moving slowly through his hair. She didn't rush. She didn't try to make him sleep. She just stayed. And that made all the difference. Better. She whispered, Are you better? خوبی؟ حالا بهتری؟ He didn't open his eyes. Yeah. She smiled softly. I can hear it in your voice. Her finger moved again, slow, careful, not repeating, not mechanical, like she was feeling him, not just touching him. آروم شدی عزیزم. خدا رو شکر. حالا آرومی. His breathing was deeper now, slower, more even. She came a little closer. You know something. You didn't become small today. Something else just spoke from a small place. تو همون آدمی هستی که بودی. فرقی نکردی. تو همون آدم خوبی. یه نفر دیگه خوب نبوده. حرفای اون خوب نبوده. His body relaxed even more because sometimes he didn't need motivation. He needed the truth. Say it gently. She looked at his face. Peace was slowly coming back, not fast, but real. Can I tell you something a little more personal? He nodded slightly. She hesitated for just a second, then spoke. I don't go to everyone. I only come where I feel I'm needed. His lip moved into a soft smile. Even with his eyes closed, she noticed. Her hand rested a little longer in his hair now, warmer, closer. امشب دلم میخواست پیش تو باشم. The room felt even more intimate now. Not because of what she said, because of how she said it. Slow, honest, close. She adjusted herself slightly on the bed, close enough that if he reached, he could hold her. But he didn't need to, because this was already enough. She looked at the window. The night had softened completely. The city almost gone. Only a few distant lights remained. Then she looked back at him. Do you want one last story? Or should I just stay like this? He whispered, Stay. She smiled, a deep, soft smile. Okay, هستم. So she didn't tell another story. She just stayed, her fingers still moving slowly in his hair. Her presence wrapping around the room like something safe, like something deeply familiar. Minutes passed, or maybe longer. Time didn't matter anymore. His breathing was now slow and deep, his body fully resting, his mind no longer holding onto anything. She leaned closer, very gently, and whispered near him, "You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to prove anything. Not tonight. فقط استراحت کن. آروم بخواب." He didn't answer because he was already drifting, half asleep now. She watched him for a moment, that quiet moment when someone finally lets go and allows themselves to rest. It was always her favorite part, because this was why she came, not to fix, not to teach, but to bring someone back to themselves, slowly, gently, with love. She moved her hand one last time through his hair. Then very softly, she leaned down and placed a gentle kiss on his forehead. Not rushed, not loud. A soft, warm, loving kiss. The kind that says everything without word. شب بخیر, شب بخیر. She stayed there for a second, closed, then whispered, "Good night, good night." Thank you for choosing Calm Voice Radio to be with you tonight. Her hand rested lightly on his head. One last time. Sleep well, my dear. The rain outside was gone now. The night had settled, and inside that quiet room, someone who could not sleep finally did.